And we're live. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I had a dog issue I had to deal with, which kind of threw my timing off a little bit.
That's okay. I understand. I have dog issues all day, every day.
Yeah, well, just one of those days today. It was like, ah. So how are you doing, Susan?
I'm
I
doing
haven't talked to
good.
you
It's
forever.
good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And
So I saw you made turkey for Thanksgiving. What you making for Christmas?
roast beef.
Roast beef. So you're not making some Cajun deliciousness like
No.
some kind of She's like, nope.
Nope. That's New Year's.
Oh, well, tell me
New
about
Year's, all the leftovers go in a gumbo pot.
Oh, okay. So I still got time. Like you about 6 hours from me.
Just hop in the
maybe
truck
even
and come
4.
on over.
Well, I think you're about 4 hours from me. So New Year's
Yeah.
at your place.
Yeah, 4
What
hours.
else goes in that pot?
Hop in the truck and head on out.
What I'm saying, what else goes in that pot? What else you can put in?
Usually it's just like chicken and sausage gumbo is what I make.
Oh, all right.
And if there's leftover, like if I do a turkey and there's leftover turkey, I'll throw the turkey meat in there too.
Okay.
But we always do turkey for Thanksgiving and a roast beef for Christmas. I don't know why. That's just the way it's always been. And it doesn't feel Christmassy if I don't have a roast beef for Christmas.
Hey, that's fine.
My grandmother did it. My mother did it. My great grandmother did it. So there you go.
Tradition.
It's an old tradition. Yeah.
Sounds
New
good
Year's was just leftovers, whatever. Because by that point, none of the cooks had any energy left to cook after Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I was like,
whatever you have.
Yeah, just throw it in a pot and we'll figure out what to do. And then Easter is ham. So
okay, so I don't see any seafood. So y'all aren't? Are your family?
I'm the only one in the house that will eat seafood.
What?
Yeah.
You in Louisiana?
Yeah. My son can't stand it. My brother doesn't like it. My nephew will eat it sometimes. I love shrimp. I'm a shrimp nut. I love to eat shrimp, and I love catfish.
Down here, shrimp is like McDonald's. That's surprised they don't have shrimp burgers at McDonald's down here.
Well, we have an old family little like grocery store sub shop called Old Time Grocery, and they make killer shrimp po' boys.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so anytime we have a meeting at work, my boss turns it into a lunch meeting so I can order trays of shrimp po' boys.
What?
And they all pig out on it.
Look,
you don't care what their religion is at that point. They're all eating shrimp.
Oh, right. Exactly. Look, I just want to say, I know y'all northern people say what y'all crazy people down there voting for them Republicans. But one thing we got down here is seafood. We got some crawfish. We got some shrimp. We got some red snapper, my favorite.
Catfish.
Yeah.
Some
oysters.
Some good carp, whatever they call it. There's all kinds. You can get salmon, but they have to ship that in.
Yeah. We don't have, but we have the shrimp and the oysters and the red snappers, kind of like our sand trout.
They can keep their oysters.
I'm the same way.
I do not like oysters.
I can't do raw oysters. I
can't do slimy stuff.
You know, I'm gonna try to do fried, but I don't know if I can. I did a raw oyster when I was young, and that just cured me right there. I was like, I'm never having that again.
Me too. The first time somebody said slurp it up, and I was like,
no.
I slurped it up and it came out. So it's like, no, I'm not eating that anymore.
That thing got ejected like cinema from the Democratic Party.
Amen.
That's what happened right there. She
just
went in
right out.
The Democratic Party said, "Bye-bye. You got to go.
Bye. Adios."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm late. I do apologize. And because I know we're all on timing schedules, and I have one more week, and then I have a 2-week vacation. So, yay for me!
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And well, campus shuts down for 2 weeks, and so they don't make us come into work. I guess they figured no one's going to show up anyway.
Probably not.
So they just give us 2 weeks off. And so I don't go back. Let's see, next Friday's my last day, and then I don't go back to January 3rd. So
nice.
I'm going to be trying to schedule some stuff during the weekday, like during the daytime, when I'm never available to go. So, because I've had several people like, you can't do it in the daytime. I'm like, no.
Some of us got to work, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're working, you got to go with what you can do.
That's right. That's right.
Go with the flow.
You got Mel on, right?
I got what?
Mel. You've got Mel.
Mel's coming on at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, so you guys tune back in for Mel.
That's right. Make sure you tune in to Susan's. You just dropped one. Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday. Okay.
I don't even know.
I know I watched it. I just don't remember what day it was.
I don't know what day it is. I've got one that's supposed to come out today, but I'm going to make an admission to you guys. It's not, I don't know that it's going to make it today. I think it's going to be out tomorrow.
You may have a dog problem like me.
I always got dog problems. Every day is a dog problem day for me.
Oh, my goodness.
I totally get it.
Oh, yeah. No, I had Mel at 7, which I've been trying to get him to come on for months. And Linda G said, just keep bugging him. Just keep emailing him. When she came on my channel, which I was thrilled that she said yes and came on my channel. And then so I just kept bugging him. And finally he responded. He said, yes, I'll come on. So I'm hoping he shows up. There are times when, so I sent him the link. I'll resend it to him just before. And then tomorrow I got Kevin, the healing medium.
Yes.
And Lisa, spiritual into spirit. We know who Lisa is. I can't ever get her channel name out right. She comes from Nasty Women.
Oh, you got 2 tomorrow. You busy?
2, yeah, they're coming at noon. They're going to do it together.
Oh, nice.
And then at 5 o'clock, I'm doing a special show on holiday stress.
Ooh.
And I have a licensed counselor and
tune into that.
Yeah, Isaac Bose.
Does not involve margaritas. Is there another way to deal with this?
Or pina coladas.
Or pina coladas or carbs.
I got it put up. I don't remember now where I stashed it. I got one of those little bitty bottles of spiced rum, know. Yeah. And I've had it for like almost 2 years now. Every now and again, I just take a little sip, put it back. And it's lasted for 2 years. I still got
then you ain't
over half a bottle.
That's lasted you 2 years.
I that's how rare I drink.
Wow.
I just don't drink that much. But
I get you.
I've got Minasa from Minasa Wellness. She's going to come on tomorrow afternoon at 5, along with Isaac Bose, and he's a licensed counselor.
Okay.
And so when Spirit put the idea in my head, I was like, I'm not doing a show on holiday stressors. I'm already stressed. And they're like, no, you think, but this is who you're going to put on with you.
This is going to help. This is helping.
Yes. So
okay. Well, we all got to tune in. When is that again? Tomorrow?
5 o'clock. I don't know. Let me get my damn book out. I had to go buy me a day planner.
You went and booked us all. You got busy.
I did get busy, and it's like I can't keep up. Okay, Mel's tonight at 7. Kevin and Lisa are tomorrow at noon, and Isaac and Manasa are at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
And I figured that way we're in, we're out, we're done. Before I know Ron has a regular show at 7:30, something like that. And I try not to overlap onto him. And then there's a couple of others that tend to do Saturday, either a little later or a little earlier.
Yeah.
So, but now it's getting where there's so many you can't
you
can't help but run over somebody, So
yeah.
I try not to if I can help it. If I can schedule around it. Sometimes your guests only are available at certain times, and you're just stuck with that time. But the last couple of days I've been kind of vegging out on I found a new a cappella group that I listen to called Voice Play.
Nice.
and they are phenomenal. I mean, I never really got that into a cappella, probably because I can't sing. So it's always like, how come they can open their mouth and that comes out, and I open my mouth and it doesn't work. But they are very theatrical with their their vids that they drop, and it's really a lot of fun to watch them. They're really good. So y'all go watch Voice Play is what they're called. And so now we caught our breath. So what else is up with you? What are you doing?
Oh my goodness. Well, I will tell you guys the first to know that Linda G and I are going to do an ugly Christmas sweater party video with some assorted friends. I think that's on the 20th, but I will announce it on my channel. But that's what happens. You know, this is how the spirit guides guide you. Yesterday, minding my own business, I'm at Marshall's and I walk past these ugly sweaters and I go, that's cute. That's funny. Ha ha. I walk past them and I go get what I need to get. And I walk back by them and I'm like, look at those sweaters. That is so funny. I should do a video. Now, I'm not thinking, I swear to God, this is the guides guiding me. I should do an ugly sweater video. I swear to y'all, I bought an ugly sweater for $25. I spent $25. It looks like Astro.
I usually buy Christmas stuff after Christmas, and then I have it. That's where I got this one from, was last year. Yes. I got it $2 on a Walmart clearance.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. I would never do. This is not me. This is how I know my guides. I'm at the checkout counter and the woman goes, oh, is this for a work ugly sweater party? And I looked at her and I go, why am I buying this? And she goes, oh, you meant to buy this, right? I'm like, yeah, it's for work. And then I get home and I'm like, what? This is like AstroTurf. This is like made of AstroTurf. And it's got
oh my goodness
stone on it. And I said, why did I do this? And then I thought, oh, I'm going to do a video. And then I hung it in my closet. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to email Linda G. And then I sat down and I emailed Linda G. And I said, hey, I got an ugly sweater. You want to do an ugly? I mean, without thinking, literally, I never thought about it. And without thinking about it, this thing has already happened. And this is how your guides guide you. I don't know why they wanted me and Linda G to do an ugly. She goes, I don't have an ugly sweater. I'm like, I don't blame you. I didn't either until 20 minutes ago.
I don't have one either.
Marshalls.
Oh my goodness. That was like with this holiday. That was like with this holiday stressor show. I mean, I was watching something on YouTube and it was like they just banged me in the head with it. And then Isaac's face showed up in my head and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. And then Isaac's face showed up in my head again. Then Manasseh's face showed up in my head. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess
you are doing
you insist.
See, this is how they do us, right? Like literally maybe 15 hours ago, I didn't have an ugly sweater.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was emailing the people and saying, I have this weird idea that Spirit gave me. Are you game?
Yes, exactly.
Because, it's like, what do you do if they don't want to do it? So,
well, that's what I said. I said, are you up for this? I mean, if you're not, that's fine,
Yeah.
But I said, you want to host it on your channel? You want to host it on my channel? And I had 3 whole days open because I was taking time off for Christmas. So I figured, well, it'd be easier, right? And, Lauren, I bought ugly sweaters, but not on purpose. Me too, Lauren. Me too, girl. Oh, Lord. But I'm pretty sure you didn't buy one that looks like AstroTurf. Wait till you see this sweater. I swear to God, somebody cut up some AstroTurf and sewed it into a sweater.
I remember that episode when she and Danny did that.
Excellent with Linda G.
She showed up with curlers in her hair, and I laughed. I was like, oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm actually scrolling back to see if there are any questions.
Yeah.
Because I haven't even looked at chat. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so scatterbrained today.
It's all right.
The last, this whole week has been like the week from hell for me at work. So I've been very scatterbrained. Just like a bunch of stuff all due at the same time, and then my boss throws a holiday party into the middle of it. And here, Sherry, can you do da 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 da? And I'm like, didn't you just hire a new assistant that's supposed to be your assistant?
Not with you doing all that work. No, they cannot.
Yeah, so
I told everybody in the chat, I said, I'm pretty sure she got hung up at work, but I didn't know it was a puppy problem.
Yeah, it was just a puppy dog problem. Joan, it happens all the time. People get kicked off of the channel. And somehow I got blocked from Milo's channel.
Oh, no.
Don't know how. I emailed him. We've talked about it. He doesn't know how. He can't figure out how to unblock me. And so I'm like, I don't know what the deal, but it's kind of irritating because you can't participate when he's on, or you can't ask questions, or because
oh my God,
nobody sees me. You know, it's like I'm invisible. And so I don't know what happened. And I emailed him and said, you know, did I do something to offend you? I mean, and he was like, no, I don't know anything about this. Oh my God. And so he's been trying to figure out how to unblock me. And in the meanwhile, I just sit and watch. I can't participate when he's on. So, but I figure, oh, well.
That's no fun. You know, social media has just kind of gone bonkers right now.
It has.
I mean, just some of the things that are happening.
Abbott, that's your governor.
That's mine. Sorry.
I still have a sane governor for a little bit longer.
So do I.
He can't run again because he's served 2 terms already. And we have term limits on the governor's office after Edwin Edwards won like 4 or 5 in a row. And he was a Democrat. He was a very crooked Democrat, you know. Lived up to Louisiana's reputation of crooked politicians. But as much money as he managed to stuff in his pocket, he also brought a lot of jobs to the state. People were doing good. I mean, that's why they kept voting him back in. It's like, yeah, he's a crook, but hey, I got a good job. I don't care.
Oh my God.
And so
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then this governor we have now is another Edwards, but they're not related. It's because that was the first thing when I saw it. I said, is he related to Edwin Edwards? And everybody was like, no, he's not. It's like, well, at least he's a Democrat. He's a very, very red Democrat, but
I hate it when they're crooked. You know what I mean? I'm done with all the crooked, whether you Democrat or Republican or whatever, you know.
That's it. And he doesn't appear to be a crooked governor, but he is very conservative for a Democrat and very Catholic, you know. So
you know, Louisiana.
Yeah, that's he signed the heartbeat law and all that crap.
Oh,
and boy, people were pissed at him for that. Let me tell you what. And thank you, Gina. Y'all hit the thumbs up
and subscribe if you're here.
Subscribe, yes. Please. You never know what kind of crazy crap I'm going to pull out the.
Look, she's got Bill Moore coming on. She's got Kevin the Healing Medium. And then tomorrow she's going to have a therapist on here to help y'all. Look, this is the place to be, apparently. If you started serving drinks, I'd come here regularly.
Bring your own drink.
BYOB. All right.
My son went to the store the other day and he came home. He says, you're not going to believe what I was able to buy at the convenience store. I said, what? He held up a bag of marijuana gummies.
At the convenience store in Louisiana?
In Louisiana, it was like $14 for a bag of gummies. But they were the THC ones. They had the stuff in it. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God, I never thought I'd live to see that day. And he's like, yeah, I know just exactly who needs them. So he saw them and bought them for a gift, I guess. And and I was like, well, let me know if they work.
Yeah, right. Well, we know you don't drink. You've been nursing an airplane bottle of liquor for 2 years. Hello. I don't even know what that's about. I don't know how you just smell it maybe and you get,
It's like a little bitty sip, and I put the cap back on it and I stuff it back in the drawer and I'm
whatever works. It must be rough to get you to take that out of the drawer and take a little.
Usually it's when I'm having a really bad day.
It must be really rough. Oh, this is terrible. Shockwave. This is terrible.
So did it get into any of the groundwater? That's the thing
that's your question, right, Sherry?
Yeah, I mean, did it get into any of the groundwater, or is it just on the ground? I mean, just on the ground, they can kind of clean it up, but if it gets into the water,
I think there must be a water source nearby, like a lake or a river, because it is in the water supply. My guides are telling me, but it didn't get in the groundwater, because it might be frost as well. So it would be hard for it to get into the groundwater from the surface. But I feel like I really feel like eventually this is going to affect people's wells or the groundwater to some degree, is what my guides are saying.
Look, every time
the river that it got into. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
I mean, down here it's fracking, with Louisiana, because we're all nothing but oil and gas. I grew up seeing the little gas thingies in people's yard, not knowing what they were for,
Yeah.
Everybody had one. But it's every time you turn around, there's some little town somewhere that has to go on a boil advisory because something got in their water supply. And then there's a couple of places up north Louisiana where they haven't had water out of their pipes in like months.
We really got to fix that. That's really a problem.
Yeah, very much.
We deserve water. We deserve clean drinking water, right?
Exactly. I mean, there's no excuse for. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Pegasus is pulling what you did. She's going to New Orleans and then she's coming by to see me.
All right, good job, Pegasus. Going to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. All right.
You're a brave girl to go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. They get crazy over there.
For real. That's why I do Galveston. Galveston is like Mardi Gras light compared to New Orleans.
Lafayette is termed as one of the best Mardi Gras you can go to that's not crazy, and it's a week-long thing here too. They start parades like a week before Mardi Gras, and there's every other night there's a parade, and then the weekend before Mardi Gras there's 2 or 3 parades, and they have a fair that comes in and sets up. So you have fairgrounds, you can go ride the Ferris wheel and all that kind of stuff. And I actually now live within like 4 blocks of where a lot of it happens.
Oh, you can walk.
Yeah, well, I could try to walk. Don't know if I could walk that far, but I might get my family to drop me off and then
there you go.
Come back and park the car and then come meet me.
There you go. And, they can do that.
Yeah.
Get you a chair. Get you one of those chairs, folding chairs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I keep saying I'm gonna get me one of them scooters.
Yeah, well, you get a golf cart.
But a golf cart. Well, no, they won't let you drive a golf cart. But if you're in one of those rascal scooters, you can get around the parade route.
Oh man, golly, in Texas,
that's a moving wheelchair. They can't kick you out of that. So, but those cost money.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you. Y'all have any questions?
Yeah, people have.
We got Susan here, man. Let's ask some questions.
They got questions. They're asking what kind of questions can they put
whatever
in?
What
we're open. I'm open.
Whatever.
Bring it. I'll do my best.
I did my first medium reading.
You did?
Last weekend.
Nice.
It wasn't a live, it was a pre-recording. And it was a question, and she was like, she says, I know you've been told you're a medium. Do you do medium readings? I said, not yet. I said, but I'll give it a go and see what happens. And So it kind of surprised me.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
And it was George Washington on top of it. I was like,
hey.
I was like, okay, I got the main guy whispered in my ear here. That's kind of weird. And it was exciting and kind of eerie at the same time.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of weird. I will admit it's kind of weird until you get used to it. So there's a couple of readings. I don't know if you questions. Okay.
There's one, Gina.
If you guys have posted questions.
Thank you, Gina.
Why don't you
starring now.
Post your
questions in all caps so I can see them.
Yeah, go ahead and repost it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember because I met you. Jen and I met you and we went to lunch. So I remember your car. So the question is, will you get a new car?
At this point, it's like anything that goes.
Yeah. You know what? I see you getting a new car, but I think it's midsummer. I think the prices will sort of have gotten better. Midsummer, I see you getting a new car, and it's actually a funny. You're like, I never thought I would have this car. It's sort of like it's a small car. I mean, I know you already have a sedan, right? You already drive.
Well, like it's a little 4-door Toyota. It's I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Spam caller. It's a 2003.
Oh shoot.
No,
yeah.
2000 and it's a 2005 Toyota Corolla.
I see you getting a new car. It is,
and it's like car. It's inching up to hit the 200,000 mark on the motor, and it's still got the original engine and transmission in it.
Wow. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do see you getting a new car in the summertime, and you're really happy. You know what? Have you been having problems with your car's AC?
No, not that I'm aware of, but
all right. So you may have problems this next summer. Of course, in Houston, it's 80 degrees right now. What is it for you? Is it freaking
hot? It's in the upper 70s or low 80s.
Yeah.
All week. It's
hot.
It's December.
I know. I know. I was thinking if I was on vacation from the north, I would be like loving this. But frankly, I've already lived this for 8 months. I'm ready for something different. So anyway, yes, I see you getting a new car. Let's see if there's a new question. Anybody else got a question?
Oh yeah, wait, I've been starring like crazy.
All right, bring them on. Let's do it.
Let's see here. Will there be conscious politicians in the years?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think so.
I do too.
Because I think as more and more younger people start getting involved and start running for office, that's when we're really gonna start seeing changes.
Yeah, I think so too.
When we start seeing the younger people actually getting involved. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, they're gonna change. They're gonna change the whole, fabric of our society. They want things that are very different than what we've already been sort of allowing. So yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's go to the next one here. A message from Spirit
for Samantha.
Okay, I'm gonna let Susan go while I start.
Jump in here, girl. I know you can do it. Samantha, I feel like forget spirits. You've got relatives coming in. I mean, not forget spirit. I don't want to diss your spirit guides and make them all mad at you. But you have a creative streak, dear. They're talking about your creative streak, and they're saying do more with that. So allow a little bit more time to either investigate or to spread your wings with your creativity. And they're also saying, and so this makes sense, right? It goes hand in hand. Make a little more time for yourself. You tend to put other people first over your needs. And Spirit is like, it's draining you, and it's making you less helpful, if you will. If you're trying to be helpful, you can't be that helpful if you're constantly giving, right? So Spirit is saying, make some time for yourself. And there's relatives on the other side for you. I don't have time to go way deep into it, but I'm sensing a lot of love for you. There's a lot of tenderness and love for you on the other side. Do you want to pull a card for her, Sherry?
I did, yep. First, I pulled full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way.
Pride.
Yep. And then I pulled new moon in Taurus. It says prosperity lies ahead.
Yeah.
So you got to get rid of that pride so that things in your life will be a little bit better. Prosperity doesn't necessarily mean money. There's a lot of different variations on the theme, so to speak. Okay, let's see. Who's next? Son of what? Well, that's a new name. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for asking a question.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe and share. Go to Susan's channel, subscribe and share.
Thank you, Sherry. Hey, son of what? Your guides are saying to believe in yourself. I honestly feel like in your childhood, there was a parent or a parental figure that didn't really lift you up. And I really feel like you've got some kind of special energy about you. I mean, not to say that not everybody's special, but I'm just saying that your own uniqueness, the best parts of you were kind of tamped down when you were a kid. And I feel like this is coming out now. I feel like you've got some big things coming. I think that you've got some big, important life changes coming, maybe around a relationship. They're saying spread your wings and fly. Spread your wings and fly. Do not listen to people that don't lift you up or don't have your best heart, your best interests at heart. Okay?
Yeah.
What did you get, Sherry?
Well, first I pulled completion, destiny, success.
Nice.
So you've got some success coming at you. Your destiny is to be successful. The same time I pulled take time to breathe. Take time to check in with your guides. Even if you're not used to doing that. It was difficult for me to start doing that because I wasn't used to it. Susan knows. She went through the same thing. We're like, nah, I don't want to do this. And yeah, it's taking, even if it's just 5 minutes, taking that little bit of quiet time. Go drink that first cup of coffee in the morning and sit out on the porch and just see what they tell you. And
that's really good advice. Really good advice. That if you want guidance, you've got to stop thinking and overthinking. That's not where the guidance comes from. You've got to get quiet. And you can do that in a lot of ways. If you can't do it like in the morning, if you can't quiet your brain because you're an overthinker, you can walk, you can do a hobby and let your mind wander. And that's very helpful.
Yep. All right. Next we got Wiki.
Hey, Wiki.
A message from my mom, Maria Luisa. Wow, what a lovely name.
Mm-hmm. Right off the bat, Wiki, I'm sensing someone who's got, she seems like she's got a lot of life. Like she's got a little fun to her. Like she could be fun or funny. And not funny. She wasn't the person who wanted to get all the attention. That wasn't really exactly her, although it happened. She wasn't looking for that. But she was someone that people really loved and admired. But she was very earnest about that. I don't know how to say that. She wasn't looking for it. Anyway, she's telling me to tell you that she loves you. She's holding your face like that. She visits you all the time. She says that she loves the holiday season, and she says miracles are coming for you. She says some situation that you've kind of been worried about is just going to release. It's just going to let go, and then you're going to have a solution. Okay. So, but she does send her love for you, and the family. It's not just you, the whole family. What did you get there, dear?
The first thing I got was daffodils.
Nice.
Bright yellow daffodils.
Let us know, Wiki, if that makes any sense.
And so, Wiki, was she into daffodil? I don't know. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw a daffodil, but they're not that common down here.
No, they're not common down in the South.
No, not at all.
In the deep South.
I just saw bright yellow daffodils, and it's like, it felt to me like she was trying to express that when she looks at you, she sees daffodils. That so you just
more about her daughter than her.
Brightened her day.
Yes. Yeah. So Wiki says that her mom was more of a rose person, but she loved all flowers. But it's interesting that you said this is your mom looking at you, Wiki. This isn't your mom's flowers. This is how she feels about you.
This is what she feels when she looks at you.
Nice.
So that's kind of cool. I'm still trying to get used to this.
I'm glad you said it. You just got to say what you get. And what do daffodils mean, right? Springtime.
Yeah. Sunshine. I always think sunshine. Yeah. Sunshine, bright, happy.
Yeah.
Spring,
Easy. Yeah.
So you were like her.
Now it makes sense.
You were like her sunshine.
Oh,
that's what they just said. You were like you were her sunshine.
You're so good at this. Oh my God, y'all. That's a happy flower to Wiki.
I got like my stomach is like getting all fluttery.
That's because you're on the money.
Yeah. And I got goosebumps up and down my arms. It's like,
I'm telling y'all, Sherry is the bomb. Y'all just witnessed the making of a medium right here.
Yeah. Sylvia read me a question last weekend when we did a pre-recording, and I was like, I don't really know how to do that. And then I hear George in my head going, excuse me.
No, knock, knock, knock. Is anybody home?
Hello. Yeah, it's like I'm talking.
Nice.
He cracked me up when he said it.
From the South, and then he needs to talk in a different accent. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, I heard a British accent with him.
Yeah,
what I heard.
Oh yeah, how interesting. That's pretty interesting, actually. All right, Lori, let's do this.
All right, let's see here. From my Grandpa Royal. That's a cool name.
That is a cool name. Lori, I feel like he had interesting eyes. I don't know if they were a different, if they were like blue or green, but whatever it is, I feel like his eyes were different. They could have just been expressive. I feel like he took time for you when nobody else did. Like you had a kind of special relationship with him. And I don't think you were with him all the time. I don't see him being like a caretaker, but I see that when you guys were together, he got you like nobody else got you. And I don't think that you felt particularly like people got you in your family. I think you feel like you didn't fit in some kind of way. So for this guy to get you was a big deal. His message is, he has blue eyes. Okay. And you have his blue eyes. Okay. And his message is to you, keep going. Don't give up. He's like, you're moving towards some kind of goal. And it could just be, you could just be thinking in your mind, in 3 years, I want to do this. Or in 5 years, I want to do this. He's like, do not give up on that goal. It is achievable. I think sometimes you think maybe I should just give up and I should just settle. And your grandpa Royal is like, do not settle. Do not settle. He's very, very specific. He's like, keep working towards what you really want. It's worth working towards, and you will get there. It just might take a little time or a little effort, but you really are making progress. Okay.
You gave me the willies here because my cards I just pulled are like, the first thing that he sent me was to tell you a time for healing.
And she's chronically ill.
Yeah. So you need to take the time for healing.
You can't make this up.
And a reminder that you are good enough. That's his message to you. That's like what Susan was just saying. You are good enough. Mm-hmm. And your healing is coming. It's just going to take time.
I want you to let go of the chronic. I don't want you to even say the word chronically ill. I just want you to banish that from your vocabulary. And I want you to say, right now, I am ill, right? I mean, you are. I want to validate the fact that you're in this spot, but I also want to validate that your grandfather is saying, just like Sherry is saying, this, you can move through this. You can move out of this. I know sometimes when you're really ill, it's hard to see a way out, but me, Sherry, and your grandfather are all seeing you finding a way out of this. So just try to be gentle with yourself and allow yourself to be healed, just like Sherry just said.
And as somebody that has been in, and I try not to use the word chronic anymore myself, but in constant pain since 1999 when I was hurt, it can get real old and it can drag you down. And you just gotta, you just do what you gotta do. I mean, my doctors are like, I don't know how you're working. I'm like, well, I like to eat and I want a roof over my head. Yeah. You know, there's not, he's like, yeah, but you could go on disability. And I said, yeah, but I'm not there yet. Maybe one day I'll have to rely on that. But for right now, I can still get up and go to work. So I'm going to get up and go to work. So, but a lot of that is the mindset. It's just, I mean, you're ill, you know you're ill, and you take the right steps to deal with that. But you got to have it in your head. It's not going to last forever, or it's going to get better, or it's going to be easier. And that's just a one day at a time thing, you know. And that's just speaking from experience here. Because I have some days when it's like, okay, it's time to throw in the towel. But that little voice in the back of my head says, get up, do it. You got things to do. So.
I'm sorry you're going through that. And I'm sorry, Laura, you're going through that. That's just, it's not right? It's not right.
Yeah. And it's hard because what makes it difficult is that other people who don't experience that don't understand how exhausting it can be dealing with it. You know, you get more short-tempered than normal because you're just tired, you know. You may not be as much fun as you used to be because you're tired. I mean, it gets exhausting. It really does. And it's just a matter of pushing through it. Keep on going. One of the nicest compliments my brother ever gave me, and he didn't say it to me. He was talking to somebody else and I overheard him. He was like, no, he says, my sister's like a workhorse. He says, I don't know how she does it. She gets up and she does what needs to be done every day, no matter what. Days when I can't even get out of bed, she's up doing it, you know. So it was like, well, at least he noticed. That's a good thing. Okay, next. I think we kind of answered this one already, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We did answer that.
And if there's any healers out there, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you or Lori, but if you guys want healing, if there's any Reiki healers out there, maybe you guys would be open to receiving some healing.
Oh, I know I am. I've got several of them that are always emailing me. I felt your need today. I'm sending you some energy.
Nice.
Good. I need it. And that's great. I mean, and it's just one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Okay, let's see. We had already answered Sylvia's question here. So next. Cynthia Pierce. Any messages from Spirit?
Cynthia, you're worried about something you can't change, okay? It's really hard to be worried about something that it's out of your hands, right? It's like, I can't do anything about that. So what your guides are telling me is that it would be the thing for you to do at this point is just to release. Just, maybe you've heard this most benevolent outcome that Linda G had that guy on her channel, and he talked about the most benevolent outcome. The guides are telling me about this now. May the most benevolent outcome be the outcome for this situation. So, it's sort of like when people say, Jesus, take the wheel, or, I'm giving it up to God. At some point, we just have to give it up to a higher power. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. Let me know if that makes any sense. And they want you to focus on you, actually, which I think is uncomfortable for you. I think you're a giver. So I think sometimes for givers, it's hard to focus on us. And honestly, when you focus on yourself, this is a weird thing, but when you focus on yourself, your cup is full, your energy is full. And then when you give to others, they get a better, more useful amount of your energy.
Yeah.
If you let your energy go to the bottom, go to the dregs, to the bottom of the cup, then what are they getting? They're getting the dregs of your energy. So don't let your energy, and this goes to you too, Sherry, don't let your energy go all the way down. Keep filling your cup up. And then when you're full, you may give to others.
I had to learn that lesson taking care of my mom, because you just go and do and do and do.
Right, you don't have a choice.
You have to make time for yourself, or you can't take care of the other person. So anyway, I pulled a couple of cards. The first card I got was have faith in your dreams.
Nice.
So that just goes right along with what Susan was saying. And then I got take a vacation. It's time to relax.
I like that look.
I love this picture.
Holy, it looks almost like Mardi Gras beads, but I think it's a rainbow Hawaiian lei or something.
Yeah, it's a lei. It's a Hawaiian lei over somebody's neck, but it's in the rainbow colors. It's just this ET is telling you take a vacation.
I love it.
That's Scott's deck, his ET Oracle deck.
Oh my God, I didn't even know Scott had a deck. That's really cool.
It's this is the deck. It's the Extraterrestrial Universe Oracle.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a cool deck. I like it. You get all kinds of weird answers with it, but you never quite know what's gonna pop up.
That's kind of fun.
Fun. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, let's see who we got next here. Sue Toffee. Will I get new role promotion in 2023? I'm hearing yes in my head.
Me too.
I'm hearing a strong yes in my head.
Hello. Just go with that, Sherry.
Yep.
We're both getting a yes. I got a yes. Sherry got a yes.
That's it.
It feels very strong to me too. It doesn't feel like a soft yes. It feels like a strong yes.
Yeah.
And your guides are saying you deserve it.
Yeah, I just feel like the thought that keeps coming to me is what you do and how you do it has been noticed.
Yes, that's right.
And will be rewarded.
Yes.
So yeah, just keep the smile on your face. It's coming.
It's coming. I love that, Sherry. Go girl. Go girl.
I'm getting there. I'm catching up with Susan here. It'll take me years to do that. But.
No, it will not. It will not. You're already there. You and I both got yes at the same time.
Okay. How am I a professional marketing review? MTG, is that marketing? Is that what you're talking about?
Or meeting
or meeting
I don't
or
know what that is.
Thank you, Mama Bear.
Tune into the energy of MTG. We can tune into your review. How will her professional review go? I feel like it'll go well.
Yeah.
I don't meeting. Okay, thank you, Gina. Her meeting review. I feel like it'll go well, but I will say these are some stingy people you work with. I mean, they're stingy. Like they don't give out rewards or compliments at all. Like for them to say you've done satisfactory means that you saved the whole company. You know what I mean? It's like
I've worked for a few people like that.
Right. So I think it's going to go well, but honestly, I don't let me know, Sherry, what you think. But I think I'm not sure they're respecting you so much, and I think you may pick up yourself and move on from there within a year.
I was just going to say, I think I would put feelers out and just see what else is out there. You know, with somebody that's going to appreciate you and what you bring to the company that you work for. You know, that would appreciate your effort and what you're going to bring to it. That can be difficult to do a good job when you're not appreciated or respected in that job. And but yeah, that's what I'm. Okay. Next question. I'm not getting a visual, just that it doesn't matter.
I know, right? I'm not getting a fast visual, so that's interesting. I think because the visual wouldn't be what you expect it to be, and it might throw you off, and they don't want to do that. But it's interesting that you asked the question like that. What does my main guide look to you guys? Which means to me that maybe you've seen your main guide and you were surprised too by how your main guide looked. But let me just say that they can also shapeshift. I mean, they can come in every shape, color, whatever. I mean, they can come in any way. They don't show you either, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, my guides showed me who they were years before I knew what a guide was in a picture. That did the picture just, I became obsessed with this picture, and then my mother took it and had it matted and framed for me. And that sits right up there above my desk so that I look at it. It's the first thing I see when I get up in the morning is the picture of my guides. And when I'm doing this and everything, it's right there. I can see it. And it's just kind of a reassuring. But even within the picture, it shifts. Like Susan, you know, it's not a constant portrait, I guess you could say. But I'm just hearing it doesn't matter.
Right. She sees sparkly stuff. I'm seeing white and gold. I'm seeing the colors white, yellow, and gold are primary with a little bit of blue. There's a little bit of iris blue. Is that really a color, iris blue? But that's what they're saying. So
not quite a periwinkle.
Focus on those colors instead of an actual face.
Focus on the sparkles.
Focus on the sparkles, right? Lauren says yes. Okay. So you're seeing the same colors. So maybe your guide is an orb of colors. You know, it doesn't have to look like a human. It can be an energy.
Yeah. Very much so. All I keep hearing over and over again is it doesn't matter. It's like they're really trying to emphasize the point. It doesn't matter what we look like, as long as you can hear us, feel us, connect with us. That's all that matters. And you can make them look any way you want.
And know that they're there, as long as you know we're there for you, right?
Yeah.
But see, they say that. See, Sherry, you're so on the money. They're so unemotional. They forget we're humans. We want things. We want names. We want faces.
Do you have blue eyes and blonde hair, or do you have brown eyes and green hair?
Are you a male or a female, or you know what I mean? We want that.
Yeah.
Like I remember my one guy, he wouldn't tell me his name, so I said, "Well, I'm going to call you Ziggy." He's like, "Okay, fine." So that's what I called him, is Ziggy. So it's funny. It is funny.
That's cool. Well, it's like when we met that time for lunch, you and me and Jen, when we had walked out to leave, and you turned around and looked at me to say something, said, you got a huge angel standing behind you. And I'm like, no, I don't see anything. And then here comes Jen from across the parking lot, and she stops 5-10 steps away and says, do you know you have a large angel standing behind you? And I'm like, oh my God, y'all are both seeing this angel, but I don't see anything.
Well, it was behind you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I told my son about it later, and he says, well, that's why you always seem to not quite get really hurt on all the close calls you've had over the years. He says, you must wear him out. I said, I guess so.
Wear him out. Oh my God. I know I wore mine out. Mine are like, oh, good Lord.
I figured mine must have been on vacation the day I actually got hurt. He's like, where were you? Maybe he's trying to make up for it now. Who knows? Okay, let's see. Let's go to the next one we got here from Viviani. Is it Viviani or is it Vivian? And everybody asks you this, and I don't want to say your name incorrectly.
Is it Vivian?
Or I could call you Viv like Karen does.
Hey, we can just call her Viv.
It's such a cool name, and the way it's spelled is so to me it's always like it's supposed to sound different. Next year.
Okay, next year. New people, finances. I'm gonna just call you Vivian. Okay. It's the first one, Viviani. But she also answers to Vivian. Okay. Very cool.
All right. I get multiple variations on my name, so I get you. Hey, you works,
You know what? This is an important thing that you're asking, to be honest with you. There are new people coming in. There is new money coming in. There's a but, though. And we all hate the but, right? But the but is that you have to know, you have to believe it. You have to believe that it's coming to you. You have to believe that it can come to you. If we don't believe it, then we're not a vibrational match for it. So I want you to just fake it until you make it, right? So just say those words. I am a vibrational match to abundance.
That's it.
Abundance comes to me easily.
Yeah. First thing I drew, work through your fears.
You're kidding me. That's awesome. Okay, so you're starting something new. So there's your
that's a fear. So you got to work through your fear. And once you get through your fear, it's going to be time to take action.
Oh, Sherry's bringing it.
So
Sherry's bringing it, y'all.
That's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
She said, once you work through your fear, it's time to take action. I mean, I need to write that down for myself. Dang.
Yeah, I need to write it down for myself.
Well, that's because you channeled it. When you say, "Oh, I better write that down," that's because it didn't come from you.
Yeah. And it didn't come from me. Out my mouth before I thought about it.
I got to write that down. Once you work, come on, we all going to write it down. Once you work through your fear.
Yeah. Once you work through the fear, then it's time to take action.
Then it's time. Anybody got any idea how you work through your fear? Because I'm going to say from experience, eating donuts doesn't do it.
Neither does chocolate, but
for real,
we still eat it.
That's what I'm doing now.
I'm a chocolate. My mother's motto of life was, "You must eat chocolate every day, even if it's just one bite."
Oh, you
must have ice cream every day, even if it's just one spoonful.
Oh,
that was her philosophy. She was like, if you can have one bite of chocolate and one spoon of ice cream, the rest of your day is gonna be fine. And she pretty much lived by that most of her life.
Nice.
At work, she would have, because she worked at Joan's, and they have to wear the big aprons with the big pockets in them. And she would always keep a bag of Hershey's Kisses
nice.
in her apron. And she'd walk around the store with customers and pull out Hershey's Kisses and be like, "Would you like a kiss?" And she would just pass them out. And some people would take the chocolate and then kiss her on the cheek or give her a hug or whatever, And that's just the way she was, though. She was a hugger. She hugged everybody. So that was just we're all like that in the family. I think we're all of us are huggers. Not everybody is, but yeah. Okay, let's see.
Good advice. And you're going to meet friends too. I'm sorry you followed that up, but you wanted to meet friends. You guys, we've been through hell and back with this pandemic and Trump. We have been through hell and back. But I'm going to tell you guys, the best way to meet friends is sign up for a new class. Take an art class, take some kind of hobby class, join a group, get out and meet new people that way, because it's around an event. It's around an interest that you might like. So you're going to meet people that already share that interest with you. Join some kind of group that does, somebody here is into, what do you call that when you're really smart and you know all the trivia. Somebody here is into trivia. Join a trivia group. Just do something different. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. And you've got a lot of friends. You've met a lot of new people online.
For real.
Even though you're not physically with them. I mean, my goodness, I have made so many friends the last couple of years just through this community alone. And it's just, when I stop and think about it, sometimes it's kind of like, wow, I can't remember the last time I knew so many people and that I could call by their first name. Just whenever I see their channel or whatever pop up, it's like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so. So, but yeah, join in a club or go volunteer at the dog shelter, especially if it's a no-kill shelter. They're always needing people to help.
They're always needing
even if it's just to bathe and walk the animals, and you'll meet a lot of people doing that.
Yeah. If you're not a dog person, volunteer for Meals on Wheels. Volunteer
there you go.
To serve food or at the homeless shelter. There's so many ways to get out. We have to get out of our houses. We have to get out of our little, queendoms that we've made. We will. I'm telling you, the energy is punting us out. Maybe not this winter, but for sure in the spring, we're going to have a much better handle on all these viruses. and we're gonna be out. We're gonna be really looking.
Go be a bell ringer in front of Walmart for Salvation Army.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things, right? There's so many things, but do things that have people in them. There's a lot of things you can do that's sort of solitary, but why not go out and meet new friends?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Vivian volunteers at the animal shelter for over 10 years. Excellent.
Cool. Okay.
Hey, that's cool, Pegasus. That's true. Pegasus runs into some of us on Midas Touch or Mary Trump chats. I have done that. I have run across one of you on some other chat. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Especially when it's a different platform and it's completely different kind of people. Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I know you. It's really cool. It's really cool. I love that.
Yep. Let's see who we had next. Evelyn. That must be your grandbaby.
That is a handsome, I think that's a young man, but whatever it is.
He looks like a little boy. He's awfully cute.
That's a handsome baby.
I'm telling you.
All right. Quit my job, wondering if I will get a position this month. I need a car also. Get
in line.
And your last name sounds French. Like I don't know if you're Cajun or where you're from, but
or Canadian French or French or
yeah, you got some. I don't even know how to say your last name, to be honest. I'm glad you didn't ask me to. Okay.
Desmagels, maybe.
You would know because y'all speak the French over there. You're ready for a new job. You're ready for people to respect you. You're ready for people to see what you're worth. I think in the past, for whatever reason, and it was a good reason, you had to go along to get along. If you know what I mean, you had to just kind of take the job that Haitian. Okay, cool. You had to take the job that was the job, but now you're really going to be picky. And I think that's a good thing. I think the more you believe in yourself, the more that you think you're worthy, the better and more worthy job you're going to get. And I do see you getting a new car, but maybe in 6 months, 5 months, or 6 months. Be careful of the interest rate. There seems to be a possibility that your interest rate could be high. They're suggesting that you try to go to a credit union. You might want to join a credit union. Like
you get much better rates.
Join a credit union because these car dealer lots are kind of like thieves, basically. So, but yeah, I see that for you. What did you get, dear?
Well, first I got follow the wisdom of your elders. Follow the wisdom of your positive elders, I should say. Because you don't want to be with any negative Nellies. Go find Uncle Chuck or whatever that's going to boost you up, and who knows, maybe they'll help you get that car. I'm also getting that your ancestors are with you in spirit. So they're there. They're there to guide you. They're there to help you. And I pulled this one again. It's time to take action. That's what the new moon in Aries. That's my rising. So maybe that's why it keeps popping up.
I think it's for these people. It's action, 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 action. But when you take that action, I want you to really know that you're worthy. I want you to really walk in, and if they don't treat you or recognize that you've got something to offer, then that's not a good place for you, because you've really got a lot to offer people.
Very much so. Very much so. I'm looking at that baby there in that picture, and it's like, I just see the feeling that overtakes me with all of this is that as long as you've got that little one right there, you've got everything you need.
That's the face of the future. That little soul, that's the face of the future right there.
Yep.
That's going to be a powerful young soul. He is going to he's going to stand in his power, and that's what they're asking you to do. Stand in your power.
That's right. So that he has an opportunity to grow up and stand in his. And that's part of our job as parents and grandparents, is to make sure our kids can.
Look at that she wrote. Look what she wrote. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey.
Oh, you see, you got a healer on your hands.
Yeah, he's that little man has got power. I'm telling you,
that is a light worker right there.
Yeah, he's a light worker. He's powered up. It's okay. He's telling you it's okay.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's it. There's
a big little man. He's a big.
You're right, Sharon. Good karma. Yeah. Oh, we got somebody in the chat named Good Karma. Okay, well, I read that wrong. Okay, let's see. We got Teresa. Are there any messages from my nanny? Does a nanny have a name? Makes it a little easier.
It makes it a little easier because when we go in across the veil for you, Teresa, all your family's going to show up, not just your nanny. Everybody. And some people you don't even want to talk to.
Hi, Chrissy.
Somebody from your past. But I will go in and say that
Aunt Mary Lee, she said.
Okay, thank you, dear. Aunt Mary Lee.
That's got to be a Southerner. That's just rings south to me. Aunt Mary Lee. It's like I've heard people call like that. You know, there's just certain phrasings of names that you kind of, the minute you hear it, you kind of know.
You know.
That's a Southerner. Or was named by a Southerner, even if she didn't grow up in the South.
That's true. There you go. Ancestry, Southern ancestry. Okay, so Louisiana, Lafayette. Hey.
Well, I'm in Lafayette. Where are you, girl? Give me a call. We need to go have lunch.
All right. Yeah. She's not kidding. I've had lunch with Sherry.
Yeah.
she really wants to go to lunch with you. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So your nanny loves you, honey. And I feel like she's very gentle with you. I feel like she's very encouraging, but at the same time, she kind of held you to a high standard. Like she would say, I know you can do this. I know you can reach for this. I know you can be this. So she loved you, but she also held you to this high standard. So I would say New Orleans, okay? I would every time I talk to Sherry or people like Teresa, I start wanting gumbo. Okay. Anyway, I'm
gonna make you some, and I'm gonna drive to Houston. I'm gonna drive to Houston as soon as I get a decent vehicle. I'm gonna make you a big pot of gumbo and bring it to you.
Oh, honey, I'll drive. I can drive to you. Okay. Anyway, me, you, and Teresa are gonna have lunch together. Okay.
There we go.
Encouraging. I know she was, honey. She really just thinks there isn't a bigger cheerleader for you than your nanny. I'm telling you right now, she just she's so proud of you. Okay. But what her message was, she has a lot to say, but she was talking about, she was talking for a minute there. She was talking about cooking. I think that there's something that she made that you miss. Like nobody can do it like my nanny can. Like, you know, people try, but nobody can make this. Is it gravy? It's something. Anyway, she says, she's got an opinion. She's saying you're.
Yeah, that's a Southern coming out. I can feel it the minute I read that name. I felt it. It was a punch.
She says that you're okay, y'all in the South. We're gonna come together in the South, and then we'll drive up and meet y'all up in New York too. We ain't gonna leave nobody out.
That's right.
Somebody gonna cook though. I'm gonna be there. Okay. Nanny, I just want to say that she says, don't forget how precious and how important you are. Is there somebody in your life that's not treating you the way your nanny thinks you should be treated, because
thank you. Yes.
She's about to roll the sleeves up. I mean, she's about to.
I've been sitting here pushing up imaginary sleeves on my arms. And the one thing I keep hearing is that
bread pudding.
I just keep hearing her say to you, you can be anything you want to be. And saying it with real depth. Mm-hmm. I mean, parents, grandparents, nannies, whatever, they all say that to their kids, but there's a difference in how they say it when they really mean it. And when they're just saying it to just make you feel better. Especially when it comes to Southern women. Being one myself, there's just certain ways you say certain things that is like a whole other book of what it means if you say it this way as opposed to that way, or if you use this tone as opposed to that tone. Bless your heart has numerous meanings to it, depending on how it's said, what tone is used, and who is directed at and why. It could be a real blessing, or it could be the biggest curse in the world. Trust me on
this. Yes, ma'am. Bless your heart. Yeah, Karen just said it in the chat. Come on, Karen. Listen, Sherry is just dialed in. Y'all got to tune with this woman when she comes on with Mel tonight, and when she comes in with Kevin Healing Medium tomorrow, because this woman is, her wings, she's popped out. She is for real.
Yeah, I guess.
This woman is for real.
I'm getting there.
You're there. But Teresa, I just want to tell you this. There is something bigger and greater. And when Sherry said you can be anything you want to be, I think sometimes we poo-poo that because we do hear our parents or our grandparents say that. And she's right. Your nanny is for real. There's something you're considering. You're considering a jump, a big leap. And your nanny is like, do it.
Yep.
You're going to go big, okay? I don't know if you know this yet, but it's coming. You're going to make a big leap and do it. Do it. I can say for me that if you told me 3 years ago or 5 years ago I was going to be on YouTube, I would have laughed at you. And I think Sherry can say the same. Sherry's like, what am I doing on YouTube, right? Look, you're looking at two women that took big leaps, and you can do it too. And so can all of you guys watching. You are not stuck. Sometimes we're only stuck in our own conditioned thinking. Let's get rid of that, and then let's let those walls go down and go where we want to go, be who we want to be.
And look at the card she pulled for you. Hold your vision. And then, what does it say? A new start is coming. What have we just been saying?
There it is, girlfriend.
That's it.
Bread pudding, too. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. Okay, I got you, Lizzie.
I'm going to have to have bread pudding now for Christmas. Thanks. Appreciate that. Another 5 pounds.
I have never made bread pudding.
I haven't either, but I'll find it. Somebody's going to make it.
I think I have a recipe for it that was my grandmother's.
Oh, well, there's your invitation.
I'll look it up, and if I have it still, I'll send it to you, and you can make yourself some bread.
Send me the recipe. I can't say I can cook. I mean, just barely.
Find somebody that can.
Just barely can I cook. Depends on how. Oh, beignets. Oh, God. Come on, y'all.
No,
stop.
I was thinking about making some of those the other day.
Y'all got it. I'm telling you, I'm gaining weight in this video right now. All right.
Y'all wonder why I'm almost as wide as I am tall.
I know, right? It's just talking about food.
I like to eat. I like to eat good Southern food.
Yeah, that's right.
With lots of calories.
That's right.
Moving in 2023. What's your question, Lisa?
Is she moving in 2023?
Oh, okay. All right. Is she moving in 2023?
What do your guides say, Sherry? What does your gut say?
My gut's saying yeah.
So is
but
mine.
Not right away.
Yeah.
Not so like at the beginning of 2023, but maybe closer towards the end of summer.
Like
September or October.
Okay, I got August. Okay. August, September, October. There you go. Yep. We don't need to pull cards. We got this.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
yeah, you moving,
that's
girl.
What I'm. Collard greens, Rose. Stop yourself.
Oh, I love.
My late husband loved collard greens. I can't stand them, but my husband.
Oh, I love them.
He would make collard. He would drink what they call the pot liquor. After
the pot liquor. That's right. That's for real Southern. That's right. I mean, and you got to put
from this. He was from Mississippi, so he was even. Okay. Last question before I exhaust Susan.
Oh no! And she's got another reading tonight in an hour with Mel Dore. So you guys, please go eat dinner and come back to this channel. And check out her with Mel Dore.
I'm sure we'll be hitting a lot of political stuff with Mel. So,
and if you didn't get your question asked, maybe you can come back and ask it again.
Come back at 7
and your questions. You got an hour.
Questioning. Yep, enough time for me to go grab something to eat, grab a cigarette, and come back. Get right back into it.
You got a second job. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know what happened. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Health for good karma.
First thing I'm getting is stay away from the fads. You know, this diet, that diet, drink this, take that pill.
Oh, fads. F-A-D-S.
Fads. F-A-D-S.
Fads.
Yeah, fads.
I thought you said fats. I was like,
that too, but but
all right.
Stay away from the fads, from the whatever's currently, and just be sensible. That's what they're saying. Just be sensible.
Could it also have to do with supplements? How do you feel about supplements with her? Yes or no?
Depending on what they are, I think if you stick with I would say don't take anything without your doctor approving it, because you might have a reaction. But there are a lot of good supplements and vitamins and stuff out there that can kind of help your system naturally flush itself out and get better. But I would just, the main thing I heard from the very beginning was just stay away from the get rich quick scheme ads. You know, the ones that are telling you, take this pill and you're going to drop 50 pounds in a month. No, you're not. And if you did, it would just be water weight, and you'd be in the hospital for dehydration.
It's interesting you said water weight, because her hands are swelling.
That's, yeah. My suggestion would be go in for a full physical with a doctor and have them check everything to make sure that there's nothing chemically off. I'm getting chemical imbalance. You know, maybe go in for a complete workup with your doctor. Make sure your body's not out of whack chemically, because if things get out of whack, if the chemical balance within your body is out of whack, it can cause all kinds of weird stuff.
She says she eats healthier than anybody she knows, but I'm wondering if good karma, if you take supplements, can you just let us know if you take some supplements of any kind? Because there's some warning about supplements for you, but also tune in, Sherry, to her hand swelling. Honestly, if you want a specific answer from spirit, ask a specific question. So your hands are swelling because circulation or water retention? Which is it? We got
when I don't drink enough water and hydrate myself, my hands and my feet both will swell.
Mods, can you get rid of that troll? Or maybe you can get rid of it, Sherry.
Yep. Deb Z got it.
All right. Thank you, Deb.
She on the ball.
All right, Deb. Go, girl. Too much salt. It really could be water retention because you said it, Sherry, without knowing about her swollen hands. And it had energy. When you said it, it felt energetic to me.
I keep getting the same message that keeps going through my head. Go in for a workup with your doctor. Okay. And chemical imbalance. Because if there's an imbalance in your body, that could make your hands swell. Very much so. Or if you're getting too much of something in your diet that you're having some kind of a reaction to. I can't taste salt, so I tend to not cook with it, because if I cook it to my taste, no one else can eat it. But if I sit down and eat 2 or 3 days in a row and salt things to where I like it, come that 3rd or 4th day, my hands and my feet are swollen up like balloons because I've got too much salt in me.
Oh, nice.
So, okay. Right. So there's, so little things like that that's just from experience, but it's, it could be a thyroid issue. There's a lot of different, especially with swelling hands. I'm just really getting strongly pushed to go get a workup with your doctor.
Okay.
And make sure there's no chemical imbalance in you, that there could be something just out of whack. Maybe not like major out of whack, just a little minor out of whack, but it's just enough to kind of throw you off,
Yeah. I wouldn't put it off. It does seem like there's a little bit of not urgency, but a little bit of a push of energy that you should probably do this sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Because if it's something that's just a minor imbalance, the earlier you get it figured out, the easier it is to deal with. Yeah. The less damage is done. But that's the only message I keep getting over and over is go get a workup done. Call your doctor and say, I need to come in for a physical. My hands are swelling up. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah. Lisa says the same thing. She found out she had low sodiums.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's it. We got all our questions. We had like 17 questions, and we got through all of them.
Woohoo!
In under an hour and a half.
Thank you guys so much.
Wow, that was amazing.
For inviting me.
You're welcome back anytime. When you want some gumbo, say the word. I'll fix you a pot. Drive on over. You know where I live.
Don't tempt me. How Lafayette? What's like 5 hours from Houston? No, 4?
4 to 5, depending on traffic.
Well, I'm gonna keep on going to Nolans. That's all right. I'll stop by.
There you go. We got to go pick up Teresa.
Yeah, right. mind. I mean, we got friends now. We're going to have a
She's
party.
in Nolan, so we can go get her.
Mardi Gras is coming, and Lafayette is a good place to have New Orleans.
Yeah, we have a big Mardi Gras down here, and you don't have to worry about people taking their shirts off. So it's more family oriented.
Most of the time, you're like, for the love of God, please put your shirt back on, please.
Yes. But when people start getting that drunk, they don't care.
I know, but I'm not that drunk. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's it.
Back on, honey. Let me get your shirt for you. Anyway,
that's it.
It's great.
Well, thank you, everybody, for coming.
So much.
Thank you, Susan, for coming on. And I know we've been trying to work out a schedule here for a while, so I was really happy when you were finally able to come on. And sorry I was late, everybody. It's just going to be one of those days.
All right. It happens to everybody.
That's all right, because I don't know, whatever it was, I got plugged in tonight. So that was wild. That was a first.
Oh, well, it's the first of many. Do the same thing with Mel and with Kevin and all these people you got coming. Just trust your intuition and say what you think you get. Yeah,
that's it. So I'm just taking it one day at a time as things start developing. I'm like, yay, let's go. What's next? So
thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan, very much. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you go to Susan's channel. The link is in the description box below. And make sure you subscribe to her as well. Like and share. Subscribe to me. Like and share. Come back at 7:00 Central. I got Mel Dore coming on. I'm really excited for that. And then tomorrow I got Kevin and Lisa coming on at noon. And then I have 2 professionals coming on at 5:00 to talk about holiday stress and how it makes us all crazy. Hopefully, maybe we can figure out how to de-stress.
Without eating like 7,000 calories, right?
Yes. Or drinking 2/5 of whiskey you got stashed in the cabinet.
Oh my God.
Lay off the whiskey and the wine.
lay off the whiskey, wine, and the calories, the carbs.
There you go. Go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
That's it. Sure. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the silly season when everybody gets a little crazy. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys. Thanks again.